Protect your car with 3W Liners all-weather floor mats. Made from durable materials like TPE and rubber, our mats are designed to withstand rain, snow, and mud with deep grooves to trap dirt and liquids. For a custom fit and advanced protection, visit 3W Liners. That's the number 3, WLINERS.com today. Want to turn your passion into profit? With Blogify, creating a blog has never been easier. Build, customize, and grow your site with powerful tools designed for beginners and pros alike. Start sharing your story today and watch your audience grow with Blogify. Visit blogify.ai today for a free 3-day trial. That's Blogify, BLOGIFY.ai today. This is a Rogue Media Network podcast. Hey there, everybody. Welcome to King of the Hill podcast. I'm Mike.
And I am still Rusty.
He is still Rusty. I'm going to make one change here, Rusty. I'm moving me to one side and you to the other side. Now, when I look this way, it looks like I'm looking at you.
It looks like I'm looking at you. There you go.
Okay, so welcome to Friday. That Ain't Right Friday. And
that ain't right, boys.
Fridays, we do things just a tad differently. And this Friday is no different. We have a guest.
Yeah, I've been.
Tell me how you found this guest.
I've been on the guest. I've been on a hunt for guests. This guy here is an artist, graphic artist. He does a lot of, I guess it's computer graphic art. And digital art, computer graphic art. They sound like a boomer over here. He does digital art, and I really appreciate a lot of it. It's a lot of mashup stuff that I see on there that I really like, where he'll take a character from a different cartoon and then do it in the style of like The Simpsons or Futurama or anything like that. And that's what cool. I'd seen is he had Bobby Hill as Eminem.
Yeah.
And that's one of the first ones that I saw, and then I just went through all his stuff and checked him out and reached out to him, and he agreed to be on our show, which anytime anybody agrees to come on the show, I'm excited about. So,
it's freaking awesome. So here we go. Nathan made it. Nathan, you made it.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you, welcome, man? Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
I appreciate you having me.
I appreciate you coming to us live from your Bugatti. You know, that's nice stuff there.
Maybe in a few years, yep.
So tell us about yourself. Can I just call you Nathan? Is that okay?
Yeah, Nathan. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Tell
Officially,
us about
I go by Nathan Made It.
Mm-hmm.
I started my art business around 2017.
Okay.
I had a 9-to-5 at the time. Wasn't agreeing with me, and so I just cold turkey stopped, and I've been here ever since. So
that's awesome.
There's a lot of us that didn't agree with that kind of time frame.
Yep.
So what were you doing before?
I was working as a merchandiser for 7-Up.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Stocking shelves and getting cussed out everywhere I went.
Did they get pissed off when things are upside down? Because, it says 7-Up. It's clearly right there.
Everything, all the labels had to be turned. If it wasn't, then you get called back to the store. It didn't matter if you were 2 hours away.
Yeah.
So,
that stinks.
So how did you get into art? Like, as a whole, and how did you get into doing the style that you do? Because
how'd you get in the art hole?
Like I explained to everybody before we brought you on, that you do a lot of mashup stuff. Like the one that I saw that made me reach out to you was Bobby Hill as Eminem. I thought that was the funniest thing ever. And so how did you get into doing all that kind of stuff, man?
When I first started doing art back in 2017, I started putting random artwork on ugly Christmas sweaters and posting them on Etsy.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of the biggest hitters were like memes and, random, very relevant material. And so I'd start to put like SpongeBob, mixed with that, top trend.
Yeah, I saw that with that rapper guy, that young guy or whatever.
The rapper guy.
I can't remember his name. Yep. I don't know. I can't remember his name, but I know who it is. I know exactly who it is.
Oh, that 1900 Rugrat?
Yeah. He did a song with BLP Kosher. Yeah, that guy.
BLP Kosher, sure, of course. Hey, so Nathan, where did your art style or your want to do this come from? Like, have you drawn and I don't know, created since you were a kid, or did this just come out of nowhere?
Yeah, because like the earliest I remember like doing artwork, I was about 3 years old, and I would draw the pictures, and I wanted to write children's books. And so I was like, "Mommy, can you write the words?"
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then
do you still want
from there it just kept going.
Yeah. Do you still want to do kids' books?
Absolutely. I have a children's book that has been on the back burner since about 2011, but I have every, intention to go back to it.
Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
Sure.
Yeah.
What give us a preview. What's it about?
It's about a giraffe who lost his spots.
Oh.
And he's going all around trying to find them. And
hang on, just I have to write this down so I can steal it. Hang on.
Yep, there you go. Or just rewatch the whole thing and you'll see.
That's right. Well, I guess that is a little smarter. I just get the transcript. Yeah.
Yep, there you go.
Well, that's cool though, man. I mean, I hope that you get around to that.
Absolutely.
What kind of style would you use if you illustrate it?
You said what?
What kind of style would you use if you illustrated? I mean, a lot of kids' books end up with like watercolor and things like that. But what do you think yours would be?
It's kind of like a mix between like Dr. Seuss and like Tim Burton.
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah,
nice.
That's
but still with
two
like
of my
more of like my
styles.
cartoony parody style. know.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. I am I'm an ex-art teacher, and
there you go.
I love to draw. I hate to paint.
Same.
Things like that. Yeah, paint just does not. It won't do what I tell it to, and so I try to stay away from it. But in being in the classroom and stuff, you ended up painting and watercolors and clay and all kinds of stuff. So I mean, I've gotten to experience it all. Me and a pencil agree.
Yeah.
A Sharpie has never leaked on me. I mean, I have to try real hard to get a Sharpie to mess up.
Knock on wood, but yeah.
That's right. That's right. So what's next, man? What are you going to do next?
Right now, currently, I'm working with an artist. He goes by the name of Kixtradamus.
Okay. Oh,
and I'm working on one of his exclusive comic book series. And so I just dropped my first comic book cover with him about a week or 2 weeks ago. I flew out to California.
Very nice.
And then we did a whole release party for on Whatnot. We streamed it and auctioned all the books off.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, that's badass.
So I actually co-host another show called Bros, Foes, and Heroes, and it's all about comics.
That's awesome.
I'll get your info from you, and maybe you can bring him on with you or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, so tell us about your why King of the Hill.
I mean, I've always been a fan ever since I was a kid. I always liked the artwork, the line work, the artistry of it, and the very comedic sense that it brought. And just Mike Judge in general.
Yeah, for
was
sure.
One of my all-time favorite animators, creators. So like Beavis and Butthead and King of the Hill were my go-tos every time.
Those are big ones.
Yeah, that's one of the things we talk about a lot is the animation director, Wes Archer, the guy that does all like in the pilot episode when there's like the cinematic pan or whatever over the whole town and stuff like that. That's one of my favorite things about King of the Hill too, is those like scenery shots where it's like the camera pans and stuff like that. You can see like little parts of Arlen everywhere.
Shots,
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great show. What's your take on the reboot?
The reboot, yeah.
Or the redo.
The revival.
Or the continuation.
See, my thing is kind of like when they have reboots, like it can go, hit or miss. Like they brought back Futurama, and I've, seen nothing but mixed reviews on it. Some people are like, yeah, just like my show coming back, but then other people are like, you should have left it dead,
Yeah.
Okay. And so I feel like if they do it right, do it correctly, yeah, we don't have the voice actor for Dale anymore, rest in peace, but, I think that with the right storyline, the right team, and the right, message that they're trying to get across, I think that it could be something memorable.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I think that's going to be good about it is that they are bringing a lot of people back from it. I Instagram chat with Wes Archer back and forth sometimes, and the reason why I've never been able to get him on the show is because about the time that we had started this podcast was about the time that they were getting ready to start up doing stuff for the show. So he's like under NDAs and couldn't come on. But that's the one thing that I think is going to be like in their favor is they are bringing back a lot of like the OG people that produced and animated and all that from like the earlier parts of the show. So I really hope that them bringing those guys back is like a buffer from all the bullshit. I hope that they kind of like keep it on track kind of thing.
Yeah, because that's a lot of things like with shows to where like, you see like with Rick and Morty or anything like that, like the first couple seasons, the diehard fans know how it looks and, and they have the go-to of the style. And then when it starts switching up, like the jokes, the puns, and just the artistry of it, then it just makes it feel like a completely different show. So bringing people in that are familiar faces and names will really captivate, the old crowd. So
yeah. Now, what do you, being an artist, do you ever feel weird being called an artist? Like, does that word strike you weird?
Only when people talk down.
Oh, okay.
Like I've been to like car insurance, and I was talking to one of the agents, and she says, "Oh, you're an artist. That means you're a starving artist, and I doubt that you can pay for anything." It's like, okay,
that's lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to think that same person would have said it about whatever, though. Oh, I see your shoes have a scuff on them. You must be poor.
Yeah, somebody is somebody that hates their job. They're like, they see you doing what you love to do, and they're like, oh, well, I'm just an insurance agent, and it's like, I wanted to be an artist. So you know what? If a guy comes in here and says he's an artist, I'm just going to shit on him, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
yeah, my mentality on that is like, if you hate your job that much, just quit. Like, there's plenty of opportunity in the world. Like, don't sit there and be unhappy, and don't try to take people down,
Yep,
Yeah.
You got it. Hey, but being an artist, you mentioned the fact that we don't have Dale anymore, and one of the options for them is to use AI for the voice. Mm-hmm. What's your take on that as an artist?
I mean, I have a lot of actual voice actor friends and clients that I use, and just their approach, and like, they have their heart into their work and their craft, and just, the huge push of AI has really like, jeopardized their calling and, what they're capable of. And it's like, like you can easily replicate Dale. Like I even did it before. I had it was a Deadpool versus Wolverine. Dale was Deadpool and Wolverine was Hank. And when I first did it, I ran it through AI, and one of the voice actors that I've used previously was like, please don't, everyone's doing lawsuits against AI. Like I'll, replicate the voices for you. And so if you look on my Instagram, then that's what I used.
That's really great.
I know somebody in the industry out in LA that is a part of one of the unions, and she's a union rep, so she does a lot of the meetings and stuff like that with executives and stuff. And she said that is one of the biggest things that they're fighting for in animation and in the voice acting side of things too, is to make it to where, because they want to have rights to these people's voices so they can use them for AI. And that's one of the big things that they're fighting against is because that there's no incentive to pay you other than, all right, well, we're going to pay you for this one season, and then after that, they could just take the whole season's worth of work that you did, and then now they don't need you anymore. They could continue on with the show without you, just using AI for your voice.
Yeah.
At this point, you can take like 30 seconds.
Yeah, you can. You can take very little, but that's one of the things that they're, I don't really agree with. AI is a fun tool to play around with and stuff like that, but I feel like if you're using it like, I don't know, like you said, using voices commercially and stuff like that and making money off of people's voices, I don't really, I don't align with that.
Yeah, because I mean, when I did that one SpongeBob mixed with the rapper, I did AI for that, but it's like I'm not gonna get anyone that can sound like Tom Kelly. I have people that are pretty close, but it's like I can't get Tom Kelly either to come sing some dude's rap. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like that was just a fun little something quick that I,
it was hilarious too. Together. Yeah, it was funny.
I appreciate it.
All right, Nathan, I'm looking up some of your stuff here. I wanted to see if we couldn't show something.
Of course.
Yeah, he's got some cool stuff. Like when I reach out to people, a lot of people are like skeptical about coming on the show. And one of the things that I try to do, Nathan, is I look for people that are in the space, King of the Hill, creating something to do with King of the Hill, whether it's a tattoo artist, a digital artist like yourself, or cosplayers, or people who do the voices. And, it's really hard to get people to understand what we're doing, because a lot of people think that we're like, some of the people that I've talked to have thought that we're trying to make fun of whatever they're doing, and it's like, no, we appreciate the art. That's what it's about. Like, it's all about the atmosphere of King of the Hill. I mean, we're a King of the Hill podcast, so we try to. I enjoy seeing art that's Bobby Hill as Eminem, or like Danny D cosplay. We had him on last week. Like, I just enjoy when people are passionate about the same things that we're passionate about. One of them being King of the Hill. So
I'll ask.
Danny D is definitely a really good guy. Yeah, I've been friends with him for a while. We found each other on Instagram. I follow his work on TikTok. So that's really like his cosplaying and all his little thread videos that he does is Bobby.
Yeah. We had him on last week, like I said, and he's a real good dude. Like, because that's where we're like, you don't do cameos or nothing like that. He's like, you know what? If people just message me and they want a video for their brother, sister, mom, dad, whatever, he goes, we could work something out. I don't have to go to Cameo and charge people outrageous amounts of money to do something that I enjoy doing for fun. And I thought whenever he said that, I was like, yeah, this dude's top notch. Like, to not exploit it any further than just having fun with it and being a hobby is a rare thing, in today's world, because everybody's looking for the dollar bill, and the fact that he'll just do stuff like that just because he enjoys it is pretty cool.
So I'm going to ask Mason to put this up, and maybe a couple more if he can get them. But like you can see, I showed it a while ago. That's Hank as Woody and Bill as Buzz Lightyear.
That's really pretty funny. That. Yeah, my kid really likes Toy Story, so that's kind of funny. Yeah,
I will tell you.
I had one of my voice actors. He went and he was going down the list of all my my posts, like my art and stuff, and he was just doing like back-to-back voice acting and through Instagram messages, and that was one of them that he did, and I spit my drink everywhere.
I will tell you, the one that creeps me out the most, I think, Nathan, is this goofy Mike Wazowski mashup. I don't that one's gonna haunt my dreams. I'm not super crazy about that. That one makes me.
That was a suggestion from TikTok. Someone said you can't, and I said, all right, I'll do it.
Nice. That's pretty nice.
That's pretty.
Tell me about these things, like where it's a series of characters. You have like 9 of them. They're all different.
Yeah, I first started. I'm a really big fan of the show The Boys from Amazon Prime Video.
Great show.
And I had a lot of people saying, you should draw Homelander, you should, and I had different people saying different styles. So I said, okay, I'll just draw, a bunch of styles. And then I looked up to see if it was like something other people were doing. And, the most popular thing was 9 different styles. And that's where it started. I started just doing every single character from The Boys, and that took off.
These are really well done, dude. I mean, these are that Mickey Mouse one. That Mickey Mouse one is something else.
I think it's awesome.
Okay, well, I would love to get the word out for you. So if you can, give us places where people can find you and how they can reach you.
Yeah, definitely check out my Instagram. That's probably the best portfolio you can find for my work. Okay. It's just at Nathan Made It.
Right.
I'm also on Facebook /Nathan Made It. TikTok at Nathan Made It. I got YouTube channel. You just type Nathan Made It too.
Is Nathan Made It for your Whatnot as well? Do you do stuff there?
Yeah.
Or
yeah, I got Whatnot on there too, and then I'm on Etsy as well. It's Nathan Made It Shop.
Okay.
Man, I'm kind of digging this.
Yeah, I might be making a purchase soon. I like.
Perfect.
I'm real big into Etsy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I like supporting creators. I'd rather go to Etsy and support a creator than go to Amazon and support somebody who's just screen printing other people's crap on T-shirts.
Yeah, I'm liking these shirts, man. These are very nice, very nice.
I appreciate it.
And they're like $22. It's not outrageous.
No, that's not outrageous. It's worth it. I'd pay $40 for some of that artwork on a T-shirt.
Yeah. See, that's what happened
you heard that.
when I was doing Ugly. You said what?
I said you heard that from him. He said he'd pay $40, so make sure you charge him.
All right, I'm gonna upcharge you then. No, but when I was doing Ugly Christmas sweaters before, I was designing all the designs, in house, not replicating anything. I had some screen grabs of like Chris Farley or something like that, but everything else was completely graphically designed by me. And I put them on Etsy, and then there was one day that my brother said, "Hey, you running Facebook ads?" And I said, "What are you talking about?" And he showed me the link, and someone stole every single one of my designs and put them on their website.
Yep, they suck.
I calculated just on one design, they probably made about $15,000.
Oh man,
that's
and then everyone was questioning the credibility of my work. And then that guy started going to Etsy and reporting my stuff, and I got banned on that account.
Oh my gosh! Wow,
that's awful.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's a tough world with the digital stuff. Like before digital, before the internet, your art is your art, but now it's so easy to steal somebody's art and pass it off as your own. It's just like with people who create TikTok accounts, and the whole TikTok account is other people's videos all over their TikTok page, and they're making hundreds of $1,000s off of other people's videos. I think that's crazy.
Well, Nathan,
and there's all the gurus too. They're like, you want to make $100,000 a year? Like, watch what we do, and we take people's videos, and then have people put the video together in a foreign country, and make all this money. It's like you're not doing anything, but you're exploiting all this work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, put a stake ad on it.
I don't agree with any of it.
Yeah.
Well, Nathan, thank you so much for joining us, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate
we'll keep
it.
an eye
Absolutely.
out on all your work, and would love to talk to you again down the line. And if you got anything big that comes up or comes out, let us know, okay?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, brother. Appreciate it, man.
And keep your ears up. I'll hit you up for the comic book podcast.
Sounds good. I appreciate it.
All right, man.
Yeah, no worries. Appreciate you, buddy.
You take it easy.
Take it easy.
See you. Well, that was nice.
That was fun.
Yeah, great guy.
I like guests. I do. I love having guests, especially talented guests.
Yeah.
It's good to have passionate people. That's what I like. I like people that are passionate enough that he quit his comfortable 9-to-5 job to dive into his art.
That's crazy,
so
huh?
I like that. I love it.
It's amazing what happens when you take a chance.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining us on Friday. Anything you want to bring up? Tell them where they can find us, I guess.
Yeah, you can find us at BWAAAKOTH, and that's pretty much everywhere you get podcasts. Oh, I did want to say thank you to all 603, I think it is, 603 subscribers. So we're almost at the 1,000 mark. We're 497 away from the 1,000 mark. So if you're listening to this, please
go find somebody,
subscribe,
pull them into your room, and
hit the notification.
Don't let them leave until they subscribe or something.
Be great.
Put them in the back of your van. Drive them to your nearest subscribe station. Again, thank you guys for joining us. We really appreciate it. Hey, by the way, go to TexasCreatorAwards.com. You can nominate anybody you want there, any podcast, any YouTuber. Had somebody ask me today about books and poetry and things like that, so I added an other category where they can vote on that. If you don't see the category, throw them in other, and then we'll worry about it when we do the actual voting. But nominations are going to stay open through, I believe, the end of January, and then 1st of February we'll open those up to actual voting. The award show will be March 2nd, 2025, here in Waco, Texas, at the Hippodrome, Hippodrome. And we're going to try to stream that live so that you guys can see it and also do a great live event. If you also would do me one other favor, keep your eyes and ears open for 2 shows. One is called Holiday Stories. It's little 5-6 minute stories I read about Thanksgiving and Christmas and other holidays that pop up. They're great for kids. They're easy to listen to. They're super short. And then the second one, I had another one in mind. What I have in mind? The other one is another show. Go look at that one. That'll be great. That's really all I know. Swimmer's Ear, I guess you could go take a look at that. We've had some episodes out. Rusty's not been feeling great, so he's been sitting those out for the time being. He'll be back. And I guess that's it. We'll just, I don't know, one more thing to say?
Oui, Matanye.
Oui, Matanye, indeed. This has been a Rogue Media Network production.